So sometimes you may come across something known as an irregular shape. And to tackle this, you could just split up the shape into other smaller shapes that you can work with. So for example, I got two rectangles here and a square here. And now we could just find the missing values before we can just start solving anything. So let's focus on area first. So we can use these two values here to find the area of this and the two values to find the area of this. However, we're missing certain factors here to help us find the area in the middle. So we already know that this really long side of the irregular shape is 12. And based on it at the bottom, we can see that half of it is 6. So around the 12, halfway around the length of 12 would be 6. So we can find out that this side is going to be 6. Now to get 4, it's a little bit more tricky, but bear with me. It's all based on just looking at all the values and the shape itself. So we know that this long side is going to be 6, and across from it, you have the missing side that we're trying to find. However, we don't know what this value is yet. However, we are given this value. So if you look at this long side here and the side that we're trying to find, we can see that it correlates here because we have at least this value of 2. So to find this, you would just need to subtract 6 by 2 to get 4. Now we have all our values and we can get on to multiplying. So we know that 10 times 4 is 40, 4 times 6 is 24, and 6 times 6 is 36. Add all of these together and you should get an area of 100. Now with perimeters, it's a little bit more tricky, but we can work with that as well. We just need to find the values on the outside of the irregular shape, and then we just add it all together. So for example, we weren't given this side prior or before, so you would just look at it from it across the 4 all the way across. It should be the same length because in a rectangle, 2 of the sides are going to be equal to each other, with it being the width on one side and the width on the other, and then the length to the length. So we know that one of these sides is 4. And then we know from previous finding the area, this was also 4. However, we don't need to add this because this is not on the outside of the irregular shape. We're only adding the outside sides. We figured out 6 from the area before. Again, just visualizing, it's halfway from 12. And we were able to figure out this was 4 because, again, just visualizing this small side to this longer side here, we would just need to subtract it from this whole length that we found here. So 6 minus 2 would give us 4. Adding these all together, and we should have a perimeter of 56.